Yay, yay. Welcome in, everybody.
Yes.
Totally Unclear, Usla Media. It's Jervis, it's Marcus. How's it going, buddy?
I'm good, man. I'm good. My weekend was good.
Good.
What did I do this weekend?
I don't know. You tell me.
I can't remember. That's how good it was.
Yeah. There you go.
You know what I did this weekend? I lost money on my football pool this weekend. That's
yeah.
So,
yeah, I'm in the same boat you did.
That was
Giants.
about it. That was about it.
So listen, who doesn't love a burger? What's more America than a burger?
You got that right.
There's nothing more Americana than a cheeseburger. Now, usually, with the burger, I think it's summertime, but I can have a burger anytime. Burger is, I tell people lasagna is my favorite food. That's because lasagna is I love lasagna.
I do too, but I don't have it as often as I would like to.
I would agree with that. Now, for me, this is weird, but for Christmas time, I think of Italy. So I like to have lasagna on Christmas.
You think of Italy?
Yeah, I think of Italian foods on Christmas. So I like to go lasagna, meatballs.
Hold on.
Yeah, I feel Italian on a Christmas.
Why do you think of Italian?
I don't
food
know.
on Christmas?
I don't know. Christmas to me makes me think of Italy. I don't know why. I feel like I need a lasagna on Christmas. So I go lasagna with the meatballs. That's my Christmas thing. But I do love lasagna. But consistently though, it's a burger. Whenever I go to a restaurant, it's a burger. It's a safe place because usually it's pretty hard to mess up a burger.
Yeah.
So it's a safe place for me when I go to a restaurant. So usually I go to the burgers. Now, if you're going fast food, Burger King, pretty good burger, right? The Whopper,
Plain broiled,
it's a classic, right?
classic.
Now, Burger King has gotten a business with Impossible Burgers.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you guys know about this, but Impossible Burgers they're a plant-based burger, and they're claiming to be just like meat. Now, I don't know about you, Jerv, but I got a PhD in meat. I got a full-fledged doctorate in meat. I'm a doctor of meats.
I hear you.
I know my meats.
Listen, I love me my swine. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not,
I like from pork,
facts.
the chicken, the fish,
Talk
to
about
beef.
it. Talk
I
about
take
it.
it all. I mean, and I've eaten all kind of stuff. I've eaten alligator. I've eaten.
Really?
Yeah, I've eaten snake.
Have you done elk?
Boar. I haven't done
Elk's
elk.
really good.
Yeah.
Elk's good. I don't like deer too much. Deer's a little too gamey for me. But elk burger's really good.
I've eaten dog before.
Dog?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, over Malaysia. Yeah,
Okay.
They eat dog. So, yeah.
All right, that's controversial.
Yeah, it is a little bit.
I don't know if they want to hear about that here in America.
Animal lovers,
Yeah.
It's not like that. It's not like I'm going around killing dogs and eating them.
That sounded a little crazy, Jerv.
As they say, when in
Stay
Malaysia.
focused. We're in North America.
Yeah. All right.
We're on North American Avenue in North America. Can't be doing that over here.
Back to the burger.
Back to the burgers. So we decided to give it a shot. We have here the Impossible Whopper.
Yes, the Impossible Whopper.
And we're going to give this a taste, along with our esteemed producer, Dylan. We're going to give this a taste and kind of see what we think. And listen, I'm gonna be honest. We're gonna be honest. If this is trash, I'm saying it's trash. You gotta do the same too.
I mean,
all right. I mean, it looks
like a burger.
No, bro. No, it don't.
It looks like a veggie patty.
Yo,
it looked like a veggie patty.
I already see evidence where it does not look like meat.
It looks
but,
like a veggie.
Yo, wait, cheers, Dylan. Here we go. First bite.
It's on a croissant.
I think they gassed you, Dylan. They gave you something different.
Yo.
You will make me choke.
Listen.
Hold on, I gotta take another bite.
You gotta go one more time? All right.
Because I'm taking.
So I'm going first reaction.
Ketchup, lettuce, tomato. I'm taking.
I'm going first. I'm going first reaction. Not terrible. Okay. If you gave this to me and slipped it in, and I just had it, I don't know that I would know it was not a burger. I don't know if I'd be able to tell. I'm not saying it's great, but I don't know that I'd be like, ew, what is that? What are you thinking? You look concerned. you look very concerned.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, if somebody passed that on to me, I'd be like,
I wouldn't know. I'm gonna do one more.
I might say, yo, there's something different about this burger. What season is what you put on this burger or something?
What seasons are in there?
It tastes a little bit different.
Yeah.
See? It's disguised.
Yeah, I mean, it's
with all the toppings.
Right. That's a great point.
If I
it's
just
kinda,
ate that
it's kind of
plain,
cheating a little bit.
then
Should we rip a little piece of it off and just eat the burger? Because I feel like I'm getting thrown off by all the. It tastes like a Whopper because all the Whopper ingredients are there. So you go in there and just get just the burger. Let's see what's happening here. All right, Jervis has the burger. He's chewing. He's not spitting. That's good. What we got?
it tastes like a burger.
Really?
Yeah, it tastes like a burger.
That's crazy. All right, I'm gonna try it now.
Yeah,
Talk amongst yourselves, everyone. I'm going in.
it tastes like a burger. I gotta say, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not a burger.
Yo, I really did want to hate this though.
Listen,
But I don't.
It's not a burger.
It's right.
I could listen. Instead of eating a veggie patty, I'd rather eat this. Like I can mess with this. I can get down with this Impossible Whopper.
I would never order this. I would never order my own.
No,
I would never say, get me an Impossible Burger. But,
now see, this is a Whopper.
yeah.
It looks different. You can
Yeah.
see that this looks like
Now give me
this
here,
almost look
now
like
now
meat
here,
anyway.
we got this Whoppers for the burgers for a specific reason. We want to see how they compare.
Right.
So you go,
Yeah.
you let me know what you think. We close? We in the ballpark?
no.
The Whoppers.
That's meat.
That's meat, yeah.
You could fool somebody
Yeah.
with this,
But you know what the meat is.
but when you bite a Whopper, you can,
Yeah, you just
the
know.
texture is different.
Yeah. But you know what though? It's not. But honestly though,
If you need
this
a
is
substitute,
the best plant burger. Like I've had like veggie burger before, and it tastes like Frisbees. Like this is easily like the best version of a plant-based burger I've ever had. Dylan, what do you think?
Man, I got a
I think they
I
gave
got a
Dylan
sausage,
breakfast.
egg, and cheese on a croissant.
You got a what? What?
Look at this.
Jervis, what are you
got a
doing?
croissant.
Why did you get?
Listen,
Why is Dylan eating breakfast foods?
they messed the order up, then
Of
they
course they did.
overcharged me and all this stuff. So by the time I just grabbed the bag and rolled.
grabbed it,
I
you were
didn't
out?
It's all good.
look. I didn't even look. I didn't even look.
Okay.
But
All
look-
right. Well, that got weird, but let's stay focused.
I could say
I heard. Well, it's funny because I heard him say it looks like a croissant, but I ignored it because I thought it was ridiculous.
he had breakfast.
Dylan has breakfast
He has
food. It's fine.
But I could
That's
say
nice though. You brought Dylan breakfast. It's a nice thing for you to do.
the Whopper is the Whopper. It's got
Yeah.
the meat, and you can taste something about meat. The
Yeah.
texture, you could taste that gaminess of meat that
Right.
meat has.
Right.
This Impossible Whopper, though, it could definitely fool people. It's
No
not gonna
doubt.
fool everybody, but it's going to fool a lot of people if you just gave them the Impossible
If
Whopper.
you
I'm
just
telling
gave
you
me
that
this,
right
it
now.
didn't have that obviously has different wrappers and stuff.
Right.
But if you put in a Whopper thing, you said, "Yeah, I got you a burger." I start eating it. I might ask questions like, "This tastes a little different," but I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, this is gross,"
Right.
which is good. That's a good thing, I think. I mean, again, I'm never asking for it. It's never something I'm never going for. It's not happening.
It's a great alternative.
Right. And it's good to have alternatives.
It's a great alternative if you don't want to eat meat.
Right.
It's
Right.
a winner.
I mean, if we weren't on the air right now, I would finish it. Like I would finish it. And that wouldn't be a problem.
It's a winner. I got
Yeah.
to say that it's a winner.
Yeah. So, great weekend by me. Also, do you know why it's a great weekend?
It was a great weekend.
Because the Philly sports teams are doing so well. We got the Sixers with a huge win last night. They're off to a 3-0 start,
Embiid, 36 points,
looking like a man
13 rebounds.
out there.
And then 2 free throws at the end to seal the game.
How about Josh Richardson putting Trae Young in a Ziploc bag in the
Yes.
second half?
He did.
Zip.
That young boy can play. I like it.
Oh
I
yeah,
like the young
he's
boy.
definitely better than I thought. The Hawks are a fun team to watch. I was looking
Oh,
forward to
yeah.
that game because they're a nice, young, fun team, which is cool. So it was cool watching them. It was a good early test for the Sixers to see because obviously the Hawks were 2-0 coming in,
Right.
so they were excited to play the Sixers to measure against them, and it was a good measuring stick game. Sixers had a lot of adversity, some bad calls. Mike Scott to get ejected over that terrible flagrant 2 call. All of that stuff. It was cool seeing them respond and you still get the win,
Right.
despite all that.
And to see that they have a go-to guy at the end of a game
Yeah.
to win a game. Because you're questioning who's it going to be.
Yeah.
You got a lot of players that can be the go-to guy on that team
Yeah.
in a sense, but there really is only one guy.
Right. Absolutely. It has to be. It has to be
The big
him.
man
And I'm
in
glad
me.
they figured out how to make that work. And coming soon to you guys in the next couple months, the guys from the Fifth Quarter podcast will at some point be calling in and we'll be talking about the Sixers going forward over the next couple months. How cool is that?
That's what's up.
Fifth Quarter, one of the hottest Philly sports podcasts out there. They cover the Sixers, do a great job doing that. But, the Flyers, the kids are playing well over there. And then the Eagles, we get a victory. Victory Monday came. We're on Victory Tuesday now.
Is it just smoke and mirrors?
I don't know. I just want to be. Listen, I'm not. I'm thankful they won the game who kept the season alive.
Yes.
Going forward, I don't know. I mean, it's they played really well. Buffalo's a tough place to play.
Yeah.
It was a nice win. I want to stay focused on that energy, but I actually want to go down south a little bit because I want to talk about something in the
95?
NFL. In the
Going down
NFL,
95
we're going down
now?
95. We're going all the way down to Jacksonville.
Ooh.
Because things are interesting in Jacksonville right now. Now, a lot of you know who follow sports or follow football that our beloved Nick Foles signed a 4-year, $80 million contract to go play out with Jacksonville Jaguars. Very happy for him. Well deserved. Obviously, the city loves him for what he did, bringing a Super Bowl home, Super Bowl MVP, Philly special as a statue, the whole thing.
Right.
Goes down to Jacksonville, first game of the year, throws a touchdown pass on his throw, but breaks his collarbone, out for the year. Okay, all right, that's bad, but you still got a couple years left on your contract. You're the starter, right? Wrong. This kid, Gardner Minshew, Mustache Mania.
Yes.
I grew one.
Sweeping the nation.
I got one now.
Just for the show.
Just for the show. It was just for this. I was like, you know what? I need to get focused. So Gardner Minshew comes in out of nowhere and is playing lights out. Jacksonville wins again on Sunday. And he has become the starter. And they're saying that he's the guy now. Now, here's my thing. Why can't Nick Foles ever be the wife? Why he always got to be the girlfriend? Nick Foles is always a side chick. Side chick Nick. Always. Never the wife. Never the wife. He always is the guy that comes on the side. Like, Nick is tired of busting up in the bedroom, letting you dump candle wax on him. He's tired of all this, and you not wifing him up. Somebody need to put a ring on Nick Foles.
No.
Wife him up.
No, because
It's not right.
Nick Foles wants to play the wife role.
Right.
I mean,
he
no,
should
no.
be the.
He wants
He
to
don't
play-
want to be. Nobody wants to be a side chick, bro.
Nick Foles wants to play the wife role, but he'll never be the wife because he
Dang
is
right.
a true side chick.
No, bro. Not
Yes.
side chick Nick.
That's what he is.
No, I don't like it.
That's what he is. Listen, you got to stay healthy to be the wife. You can't. You're getting
That's
hurt
true.
all the time.
That's true.
If he was healthy, this wouldn't even be an issue.
Well, you know what's crazy is that it's not like there hasn't been times when he's been engaged. He's had the ring on his finger.
Yeah.
He's just getting left at the altar.
Runaway bride.
Right. So, here in Philly in 2013, right? 2013, he has that incredible season, 27 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. 2014, he was the man. Gets hurt. Gets traded. Sam Bradford comes in. He goes to the Rams.
Yep.
Gets engaged again in St. Louis. Jeff Fisher puts a ring on it. Left the altar. Comes back here. Carson's supposed to be the wife. Carson is, I'm sorry, not supposed to be. Carson is the wife. And then we fall in love with Nick. We call Nick up at the 2:30 a.m. call. Hey, Nick. You up? You up, boo?
Listen,
You a little excited about the 2:30. You up, boo?
hey,
Everybody's done it before.
everybody can't be a wife.
That's true.
Just like everybody
can't
can't
be
be a
That's
boss.
facts. That's facts.
Some people have their lane. Nick Foles is
He's a worker bee.
it is by far, and you could put up for debate, but he is probably the best backup quarterback the NFL has ever seen.
I mean,
It could be
If
you
you
could put it
count-
up for debate, but I'm just saying.
no, you're. I mean, I'm thinking right now. The only argument I would make to that is Steve Young.
Young.
But Steve Young turned out to be a long-term starter, so
Right.
I don't even know if you can really put that in there. But yeah, I mean,
So
the greatest side chick of all time.
when you need a backup to come in and do the job,
Yeah.
he's the guy that can come in and do the job.
Right.
So you don't want him
I
as
just feel bad for him.
for what? Everybody has a role.
I don't think that he wants that to be his role, though.
But that's the
Nobody
problem.
wants to be a side chick.
And no side chick. Every side chick wants to be the main chick. But no, you can't be the main chick. That's the problem. You're the side chick. So you got to understand your role. And once you do, life becomes easy.
True.
When you know
Nick's not the side chick. Nick's the side chick that wants to be the wife. So he's calling up like, hey, when you put the ring on this, what she got that I don't got?
Yeah, but
he's one of those.
This is the fault of the Jacksonville Jaguars organization.
How's that?
My man Drew Brees got hurt.
Right.
Teddy Bridgewater's killing it.
Right.
Undefeated.
Yeah, but Drew Brees has more of a pedigree.
Whoa. No, Drew Brees is the starting quarterback. I'm not disagreeing with that, but he's the starting. What they say? Drew Brees probably shouldn't have played this Sunday. He probably could have went another week. The bye's coming up. He could have came after the bye and then been fresh, extra time to make sure it's 100% healed. They're like, nah, he's our starting quarterback. Once Drew said he ready, he coming back and he playing.
But here's the thing.
Like, and we know why, because it's Drew Brees.
Carson Wentz and Gardner Minshew have one thing in common. They have childbearing hips. They're ready to breed children. Nick's a little older, right? So because of that, they don't want to wife up Nick. Nick's older, so they don't see a family with Nick.
But Nick,
if you want to keep with this analogy,
and here's the thing: it'd be different if Nick played bad in that game. He didn't play bad. No, he
played well.
That's what I'm saying.
He played well.
When Nick is ready, they should be like, Nick, it's your job. Come on back, Gardner. But now we know we got a dude that could. We have the new Nick Foles. We have a great backup that can get the job done.
Right.
That's what they should be doing.
Right. I mean, listen. At the end of the day, he's made a lot of money. So
he's paid.
He's paid. He's paid.
He's the most expensive backup you ever had too.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, through his career here, and he made a lot of money with the Rams. Then he was the most expensive. He might be the highest paid back quarterback ever at that deal last year. And then this year, he's paid like a starter. But again, he's going to be a backup. Now, with the NFL, you know how it goes. The NFL is the only league where they can cut you whenever. Mm-hmm. So they could, if they wanted to, get rid of that money and cut him. That would be terrible if they did that. Because again, it would be side chick Nick, no home.
But it'll be
kick to the curb again.
It'll be interesting to see how Minshew plays now with Nick ready to play. It's different when he ain't even on the bench, really. You know what I mean? You see him in the sling still, whatever like that.
Right.
Like, ain't no pressure on my back. Right. And the third string definitely ain't getting this job.
For the call now. He was out of town. He's ready for the phone call now.
Now you see my man in pads on the bench, and he can come in.
Right,
so,
and kill it.
Now, let's see what the mustache can do now. That's pressure.
It's a good point.
Pressure's pressure.
Not mad at that point at all. So sticking with our side chick theme today, A$AP Rocky. So there's this show I started watching, right? It's called Untold Stories of Hip Hop. It's really cool. It's Angie Martinez. Angie Martinez, if you do not know,
Hot 97,
legendary voice of Hot 97. Yeah. She's now on Power 105.1. Iconic interviews throughout the day. One of the best interviewers of all time in the hip hop community. She interviewed Pac and Biggie and Pun. Now this generation, she's really close with Jay-Z. It's very connected. So she's doing this show where basically she's trying to get these stories that we've never heard before from the world's most famous artists. She already had Cardi B on. She's had Fat Joe on. Mm-hmm. She's had Queen Latifah. Mano was on there. It's kind of weird mentioning the same sentence as all those people, but you get what I'm saying.
Continue.
Yeah. So A$AP Rocky was on. And A$AP Rocky was talking about, his horror deal in Turkey, and which was crazy. I mean, but listen, I've watched Locked Up Abroad enough to know you don't mess up in other countries. Like, that show has me frightened to leave the house on a regular basis. Like, I watch that show, I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not even in the grocery store. Like, that show is
we know how you act at the grocery store, so you need to avoid grocery stores on top of that.
That show is frightening. Anyone, if you have not watched Locked Up Abroad, if you have any phobias of anything, just don't watch it, because it's gonna enhance all those things. I mean, these prisons literally are the scariest things, most terrifying things I've ever seen in my life. Like, some of the places they have in these third world countries and these places like that, it's bad. That's not the point of this, though. So A$AP Rocky is talking, and he's going through Turkey, and he's talking about some other side stories, and he tells the world that he has a sex addiction.
Okay. I mean, is something special about the sex addiction?
Here's what's special to me is I personally don't believe in sex addictions. That's like saying I'm a man and I have a penis.
What?
Like, I don't believe I just don't believe.
Wow, you really are a carnivore over here, man. This caveman eating meat.
Yeah, I don't believe that's a thing. I believe that's like saying, Jervis, I have an addiction. I'm addicted to fun and games.
No.
I'm addicted to Monopoly.
No.
It is. I don't believe it at all. I don't believe it. I don't believe listen, here's the thing.
It can be very self-destructive if you have a sex addiction.
Of course, but control yourself.
That's the addiction part. You can't.
No, I don't think it's a thing. I think it's literally an excuse to be irresponsible. Listen, if you want to be honest about it, I think all guys suffer from sex addiction. Sex is different for us than it is for women. For men, sex is water. For women, it's pizza. They enjoy it, it's tasty, they like it, but they don't need it all the time like we do. So if it's water for us, and it's something that we need on a daily basis, since our body is, 2/3 water, right? Our body's 2/3 water. Is that right, Dylan? You look like a smart guy.
Dylan, don't even respond to anything he's saying in this segment right here, Dylan.
So if that's the case, and we need it all the time, then you can say all of us suffer from that. You just got to be responsible as you get older and know. Like, listen, when you're younger and you're in your 20s, everybody's wilding. Everybody's doing the most. But you get older and you understand how to control those things. Like me right now, I'm basically married. So you know what I do? I stay my behind the house.
Yeah, but there are dudes like you.
Stay home.
There are dudes like you who don't.
That's my point.
And it's not about.
You need to know.
But it's not about being irresponsible. Some people are addicted.
No, I don't believe it.
To sex.
I'm sorry. No,
they are. Dylan.
Why are you looking at Dylan? Has Dylan got something we need to talk about?
Because Dylan's
turned his head. Dylan went full taco neck. He said,
"Yeah." Because Dylan is the barometer in the room.
Man,
Dylan is the one who has the pulse of what's going on.
Oh, okay.
Usla Media. Dylan's got his finger on it. Dylan hears it all.
Dylan hears it all. Dylan's got some wild stories to tell.
You know he does.
All right, Dylan, weigh on this. Go ahead.
Man, I think a drive for a male is so different from a female.
It's totally different.
I think men. I think addiction is serious, and addicted to sex is totally. I understand your perspective, but
he's wrong.
You understand my perspective or his?
Well, both.
Or both of ours, yeah.
Both.
Okay.
But, man, it's hard to say. If that's okay.
Listen, I know it's controversial.
I just want to know this. Do you think there's such thing as sex addiction? Because Marcus is debating that it's probably just guys just can't control themselves.
There is such thing as sex addiction. It's called irresponsibility. Be responsible with responsible for yourself.
I think A$AP Rocky is not addicted to sex. He just has the availability to have sex all the time. You know.
Right? Yeah, he was up there talking about the 5-sums and the 6-sums and the 7-sums and the 13-sums. Like,
yeah,
bro, relax. You're doing too much. Like that's all it is. Like sit down somewhere, go read a book. Like, it's just not like this is not okay. Like this is not normal.
That's the addiction part.
No, that's
because
not the addiction
part.
part.
It's not normal. That's not okay.
He up here having parties and you inviting all of these beautiful women from all over the world around you. They obviously are there because they want to do things with you and they want to be involved with you for your status. And A$AP Rocky's a good looking guy. He's not like a leper or something.
Right.
So all of that, all encompassing, they are there. They want to all do this to you. Like, listen, if I threw a party at my house every weekend, right, and invited 25 of the most beautiful women in the world over, I'm going to get myself in trouble. I'm going to get in trouble. But you know what? I don't do that because it's not smart. I know as a guy, I have things that I desire. So I temper those things down. I don't put myself in those situations. I'm not out at the club every weekend living single, but I'm in a relationship. I don't even go. I'm not putting myself through that. Now, I will go out with my friends every once in a while, but it's every once in a while thing. I'm not going to be out every weekend doing that. And now, when I was younger in relationships, I used to do that. And I'd get myself in trouble. It wasn't an addiction. I was irresponsible.
Right, it wasn't addiction for you, but some people had that
Man,
addiction.
Eric Benet, A$AP Rocky, you go have all the seats. Eric Benet, first of all, bro, what? You had Halle Berry, bro. What you doing?
Halle Berry was probably a headache.
You maybe.
She was probably a headache.
Maybe, but still, but like that don't mean you go out and go be with 14 other women. Sit down somewhere. You got Holly. Relax. Like, what are you doing? You won, bro. Knowing you, like, I won. I know when I won. I won.
You know that Holly. You don't know that other Holly that he got to deal with.
Probably,
probably
but that's
losing every
but you know
day.
what though? That's all women. You see one side when they're out, one side they're not. And at the end of the day, like, there needs to be more involved for a relationship to prosper. There has to be more to it than sex. It can't just be about that, or it's not going to work. Eventually, like, guys, and here's where guys are different too than women. A guy can be with a really attractive girl that has nothing going on. She can be dumb as rocks. Nothing going on. That's all she is for like a year. A girl, it's like a month. Because women are more mature than men.
Correct.
And women aren't as superficial as men.
Correct.
You see how many times you all around dime girls walk around with these dusty dudes? Like, you see it all the time, right?
Yes.
All the time. You're like, how in the world did he pull that off? He probably funny. He probably got a good sense of humor. He's probably funny. He's probably just a cool dude. You know what I mean? So, like, it's just different for men and women. We look at different things. We want different things. But going back to my original point, an addiction, though, like, can you really be addicted to Dave & Buster's?
Listen, if
can you be addicted?
If it's consuming your life, that's all you're thinking about. You're there every day. Everything you do is to get to Dave & Buster's. Yeah, man, that would be some type of addiction you have with Dave & Buster's. If it's controlling A$AP Rocky's life, that this is all he's thinking about, this is all he's trying to do, is have sex and have sex every day.
But I don't think that's
all
it.
day.
But the way he was describing it, that's not it. He's throwing parties and inviting us to his house. like if I have a problem with Dave & Buster's, I'm not inviting the games in my house and the coins. It's not coming over. I can't do that. That's being responsible. You don't put that stuff around you. If I invite
but that's
30 of
if
the
he
most
can't
beautiful
control
women,
it.
if I invite 30 of the most beautiful women in the world to my house every weekend, I'm in my silk bathrobe with my slippers on. What do you think is going down?
But that's the problem.
What do you think is happening?
He can't control himself to
Yes,
not
he
throw
can.
that party.
I don't believe. Yes, he
can't
can.
control himself not to invite everybody
No,
over.
his boys are like, yo, Sap.
Yeah,
What we doing this weekend?
Yeah, because they know he got that
They got the
addiction.
head bopping.
Listen,
yo, Sap.
it ain't no different
What's going down this
from
weekend?
that crackhead. It's like, yo, we gonna get this next fix, baby.
Yeah, but you
That's
need to get
all
those
you
people
think.
around you, though.
But
Get
they
them out
don't-
of there.
But the addiction people can't.
Nah.
Yeah, man.
I don't believe it.
They surround themselves
I
with
don't
the
think it's
enablers.
Listen. Alcoholism runs in my family. I'm in. I know that's like, there's certain addictions. For men, if a woman said this, I'm gonna listen. That's crazy. I've never. But for a man to say that,
Wait a minute.
if a woman said that, if a woman says that,
You've never seen a woman who loves sex
yeah. But I'm not.
and
that's not.
wants it all the time.
Well, yeah, but I'm not saying.
And so whoa. So
But they didn't say they was addicted.
Okay,
That's different.
but if they said they were, what's the difference? If you have a woman
difference
who
is-
likes sex, wants it all the time, that's all she thinks about. She's, smashing a bunch of dudes constantly.
Whoa.
That's her addiction. You wouldn't think that.
Yeah, but I'm saying if a woman came with that perspective, I'm more than willing to listen. But I know how women are. That's a rare thing. That's not normal.
This is why men can't say that, man. Because people like you don't want to believe them.
No, I don't
You're
believe
keeping
you.
them in the closet.
You stay there. Stay there with your silk bathrobe with your initials on it, and your candles and your lotions, and your leather skin slippers, with your 5-somes and 13-somes. Like, how you got 13? How big is your bed? First of all, like how you got 13 people in there?
You're not just
I mean,
staying
a
on the
California king ain't doing that.
You're not just staying on the bed.
I see that. They running around, walking around.
Yeah.
It's a lot happening.
It's all kind of all over the place.
It looks like you got some stories. We'll talk about this off air.
I've seen some stuff.
I've seen you see some
I never
things.
participate, but I've seen some stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure. I believe it, but I don't know. I just ultimately to put a bow on that. I just think things are big time different, men and women, and it's just hard for me to listen to a man say something like that because I know how we are. And like it took me a while. Like for me, A$AP Rocky, he's younger than I am. He's in his early 30s, maybe late 20s. If I was back then, I might have said something stupid like I'm addicted. Where now I know myself and I've learned because at the end of the day you have to know yourself. And when you get around a person that you really care a lot about, you don't want to mess up. I don't want to mess up. So I'm not going to put myself in a position to fail. He hasn't met that person yet. So I feel like when he meets that person that drives him, look at Kanye.
Okay, so
Look at Kanye now. Kanye said, Jesus. Kanye happy Sunday service. Kim did that.
So if he's,
you don't know it, but
if he's
a
40,
good woman makes you do that.
If he's 40 and still doing this,
he got irresponsible. Grow up, bro.
Really? If he's 50 and still
grow
doing
up, Charlie Sheen.
Addiction. That dude's addicted to everything.
Yeah, he on every kind of thing.
There's sex addiction
Except that,
right there.
no.
He's addicted to everything.
That's irresponsible.
Oh my god.
It's alcohol, drugs, irresponsibility.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all it is. That's all it is. It's time for break. What are we doing?
I can't deal with this.
All right. We're going to go to break. And when we come back, there is something that you actually, I'm glad you're here for. Because Nas said something. I'm glad you're here every week. But Nas said something, and you were the perfect person to answer this question.
Okay.
Unclear Media, totally unclear. Marcus, Jervis, Dylan Production.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Let's eat the rest of this Whopper.
Yeah.
Being prepared is a part of who you are. But it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you'll go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, go get it. You can do it.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Because of you, I feel not alone in this world. And you let me know that it only takes one person to make you feel wanted.
Totally Unclear, Unclear Media, Jervis here, my man Marcus, Dylan behind the board. Yeah.
So listen, glad you're here. I'm glad you're here.
Let's do it.
Because this is I feel a perfect thing to talk about with you because I don't understand his perspective because I don't know his perspective.
Okay.
Because you've been more successful in this type of lane than I have. So I always like to go to people that know more than me to get good answers because you don't know everything, right? So Nas, rapper Nas, one of the greatest to ever do it lyrically. We all can agree with that.
Facts.
Nas recently did an interview. He didn't do a lot of interviews. And he recently did an interview where he said that he does not like it when people only talk about Illmatic and they use Illmatic and say that was the best thing he ever did. He doesn't like that. It actually is something he has grown to detest. And it made me think of you because, you know, everybody really knows you from Survivor. Survivor, I'm not going to say it's your biggest accomplishment, but it's the one everyone knows. Like you have to decide for yourself what you feel is your biggest accomplishment. But everyone sees you as Jervis from Survivor. Mm-hmm. So you're the perfect person to answer this question. Is that something that bothers you? Because I'll give you a second to think about it. Because for me, I would think that anything that was celebrated, I don't think people are saying, when people say Illmatic was the best thing Nas ever did, I don't think people are saying everything else you did was trash. I just think they just celebrate and they love that album so much. Because it was at the time in 1994, nobody was doing it that way. It was a historic album with incredible production and storytelling that we hadn't heard like that.
Right.
Up until that point. So for everyone else, it was like, whoa. It's like Michael Jackson Thriller. Is Thriller my favorite Michael Jackson album of all time? No, it's not. Off the wall is for me. But people generally say Thriller is his greatest body of work because it's his most famous body of work. I'm not saying he didn't do anything before Thriller was great or after Thriller was great, because we all know different if we follow Michael Jackson. We all know it's not true. And same thing for Nas. I mean, it was a great follow-up album. It had some great music on that also. So back to you. Do you get, when people look at you and kind of pigeonhole you to Survivor, does that bother you?
No, it doesn't bother me. You know, I've come to accept it for what it is. It was, you know, the biggest reality show in the history of television. I mean, you got to accept that for what it is. It was great. And yes, that's what people know you by. But I'm feeling that's what he's saying. It's, you're disregarding everything I've done since then. To say that, and I think a little bit different for Nas, he was 16 at the time, 17, something like that.
He was young in Illmatic.
When he did that?
He was young. He's early to mid 40s now, 43 or 45.
He was a young kid.
Quick math, 1920 at that time.
So you're saying that the best thing I've ever done in my life, in my career, is something I did when I was 17, 16 years old?
What if it was that bad?
Yeah, it is. It'd be different if you haven't done anything since, or if you've put out garbage since. He has, and you're talking about not just music. He's done movies. He's done business ventures. He's done a lot of different things to say that, and if you're speaking just music, that's different. But if you're saying that this is the best thing he's ever done in his career, yeah, I feel a certain type of way about that.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. I've done so many more things. And it could be something he's done for charity effect. You know what I mean? Some charitable work he's done.
Yeah.
He could be so proud of that. That could have helped lives. That's his greatest accomplishment.
But none of that stuff happens with Illmatic. So it's
true.
It's one of those things where I understand where he wants to be known for more, but at the same time, you did all these other things because of this great body of work. If you don't, like, if he doesn't release Illmatic and that's not the first thing he does, are we even talking about him in the same way? I don't, like, if you take Illmatic out of his catalog and it didn't happen, I don't believe we talk about him the same way we are today.
We don't know. That's like saying if I never did Survivor. I mean, I was studying to be an actor.
Right.
So who knows what would have happened, what different route I would have went.
Yeah.
We don't know. What's Jay-Z's greatest accomplishment?
Greatest album or accomplishment?
See, and that's what I'm saying. Are you talking about what's Nas' greatest album? Or
yeah,
you saying
well, I mean, for me, this was a conversation of he's upset about Illmatic and people thinking that Illmatic was greatest body of work. I cannot, and I said this earlier when I let into this, is that I cannot tell somebody else what their greatest accomplishment is. I can't do that to you because that's something personal to you. Now, I don't know if he's misunderstanding and thinking that people are trying to tell him, no, the greatest thing you did was Illmatic. I don't think people are saying that. I think people are saying, we celebrate this because this meant this to us. You know what I mean? Like, that's where I think everyone's coming from, but I think he's not receiving it the same way people are trying to give it to him.
I definitely see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's the case. And if Survivor touched people that way. Right. You know what I mean? I mean, I get recognized every day, meet people every day, and they're like, yo, I watched that with my mom. Me and my family got together and watched you every Wednesday. It's like,
I mean, your season was the I watched that from beginning to end. Like, I was obsessed. That was like, because I mean, honestly, that season of Survivor to me is kind of parallel to Illmatic, because at that time, no one had seen anything like that. Right. And reality had never hit on that big a scale. Right. Like, the Real World started it out of the OGs. No doubt. Because it started back 92, 93. But that was a weird thing because no one really understood it.
And it was cable. We were prime time TV.
Exactly. And no one understood it. So I'm like, okay, so I'm watching somebody else's life? What is happening here? So Real World didn't catch on probably till like the late 90s, but it didn't hit like Survivor hit. Survivor, that season, it was, and also too, it was so many iconic moments and characters from that season. So you being one of them. So I mean, I still remember you eating the rat. Yeah. But I still like that to me. I pick you. I think of the rat. I can think of Rudy and all of his stuff in the water. Susan and her unbelievable speech.
Yeah.
All of this stuff. It was a perfect. It was a lightning in a bottle in a sense where like everything aligned. Right. You guys had everything working.
And so I get that understanding of at that point in my life, it's a good memory because I watched that with my family.
Yeah.
That's why that show was great.
Right.
That was the best thing you've ever done. It's like, nah, man, my resume's long. I've done a lot of great stuff.
And I can understand how that could be insulting, saying to you and saying to you, hey, that's the best thing you've ever done. Because again, I can't tell you that. You could be proud of something you did when you were 13.
Right.
Like that I don't even know about. Maybe you got some Boy Scout badge that you were really proud of. I don't know.
And it could be the same thing.
Yeah.
They didn't like everything else that I've done. They didn't like me when I was on the Hughleys. They didn't think I was a good actor. That's everybody.
You were on the Hughleys?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's somebody's perspective. You know, they didn't like me on As the World Turns. You didn't like my character. Okay, cool. That's great. But I thought that was the best thing I've ever done it could be. I could think, so it's, I get both sides of it. I get what you're saying where for people, Illmatic was that album. And that album could have touched people in a certain way.
It definitely did.
You know what I mean? It could have moved
I was in ninth grade. And like it was for me, it was the first hip hop that I heard. I was like, this is my generation. This is me. Like everything before that was kind of like, I listened to it. Like my aunt had a huge record collection. That's how I got into music. Mm-hmm. She had, Eric B. and Rakim, the Fat Boys, Run DMC, Michael Jackson records, all huge record collection. And I got into music but I always looked at those artists as like their artists. Nas, the Illmatic album was the first album for me where I was like, this is my generation. Mm-hmm. This is me. This is who we're gonna be. And then that also too, the golden era of hip hop. That was the kickoff of the golden era of hip hop.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like one of those things where he's never going to be able to get away from the impact of Illmatic. It's never going to happen. You're never going to be able to escape the impact of Survivor.
And that's why you have to accept it.
I can't tell you what your greatest accomplishment is. But I do want to ask you, while we're on topic, what do you feel is your greatest accomplishment?
I mean, there's a lot of things. I think my charity work. Is it because you're helping other people?
Yeah.
Like, so it's different. It's not, and that's why I think you have to really kind of break it down. If you're asking Nas about his albums, and you're saying that, now we can have this debate.
Yeah,
and we can kind of figure out why we think Illmatic is better than one of his other albums.
Right.
So if you're asking me things that I've done in television, what's my greatest accomplishment? Then yeah, we can kind of discuss that.
Yeah.
Being on a soap opera is pretty.
So television,
big,
real quick.
huge.
What was your television favorite accomplishment?
Survivor.
Yeah.
I mean,
so you are most proud of that.
Without a
entertainment.
Doubt. Listen, man, it was the catalyst for reality television. We were the second highest rated television show in the year 2000.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we set the benchmark.
Yeah.
And the show's still going on today. How many reality shows have come after us and have fallen off or still aren't going on? We're still going on because the show is that great of a show.
Right.
It's a monster.
Absolutely. Not today, but at some point, has anyone ever heard the story about how you ended up on Survivor?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure a lot of people know. I mean, people probably forgotten the story, but...
I mean, I would love to hear that. And also, I would love to hear, like, if you have any, like, behind-the-scenes stuff that we don't know, I would love to kind of talk about stuff kind of, like, behind the scenes and, like, stuff that was happening that maybe we didn't know about. Like... Maybe you got some cool Jeff Pro stories. Jeff Pro's like an interesting individual.
Jeff's the man.
Yeah, he seems like an interesting man. I would love to hear. I would love to hear some things, some behind the scenes stuff. We'll talk about. It.
Yeah, we got stories for days.
I'm gonna move on real quick because last Tuesday, was a birthday in hip hop. Aubrey Drake Graham had a birthday.
This guy.
Happy birthday, Drake. Now, Drake threw a birthday party in the club. All right. He had the guest list. Rihanna showed up. All the usual suspects were there.
Was ASAP there?
Yeah, with 35 girls. He was in the corner saying, "Get off of me! I'm addicted." So they had a whole thing. They had a whole party.
Right.
But this is the most interesting thing I took out of it. So at one point, Drake, I guess, makes a phone call. McDonald's comes through, delivers burgers,
He did Grubhub,
nuggets and fries.
Uber Eats.
I don't know. No, apparently no. Like McDonald's employees with hats and shirts and all single file walking in with Big Macs. Like it was a whole like thing. Like Rihanna Snapchat this thing is just burgers and fries everywhere. That to me is a flex. That's a hell of a flex right there. You got McDonald's coming to the club. People grubbing on nuggets. Listen to 0 to 100 real quick.
Is that greater than Burger King and all the fast food at the White House?
Yes.
That's a
yes, it's a bit of a bigger flex. It's a bigger, because that
when
was
does the White House ever see fast food come through like that?
that was a flex. That's a flex
That's
too.
a flex.
But McDonald's at the club, that hits different. Yo, when you have McNuggets at the club, that hits a little different. When you sitting there listening to your favorite songs, you got your fry in your mouth, bopping back and forth, the shoulder shimmy with the fries, that's different. That's a different level.
I wonder if they reheated them fries right at the club. Keep them fresh.
Oh, yeah. They had, like, frying pans right next to the DJ booth. It was a setup. It was, like, 5 frying pans. They were just
Oh, so they already got your style down.
They got it down, yeah. Yeah, I had it copyrighted. It's a whole thing. So I wanted to ask you, as again, a perfect person to ask, as a celebrity. I need to know, what is your biggest celebrity flex of all time?
My biggest
Your
celebrity
biggest flex. Give me a flex story.
I mean, look, it was me, Dirk, Joel, who were on Survivor with me. We're at a club
Okay.
in L.A. And, on the dance floor dancing. Mm-hmm. And just reached in the pocket, put out $100 bills.
And started letting it rain?
Letting it rain right there on the dance floor.
I've never met someone personal and made it rain. This is great.
Kicked it.
Did you pick it back up? Like, no, I need that.
Nah. And then they were like, yo,
I
bro.
was like, yo,
What you doing? But people in the club were like, oh, shoot.
Yeah,
Boom.
yeah,
Diving
yeah.
on the floor, grabbing the money. It was just like, it was
What year was this?
that was like 2001.
So you're right. So this is fresh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're right after that.
Yeah. This is right off. This is,
I don't want to know the specifics. Do you guys get paid for Survivor?
Yeah.
Did you get paid per episode?
No.
Or?
It's on a scale. The longer you stay, the more money you make.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every spot gets a number.
Yeah, you were there for a while.
Yeah.
You were there for a while.
Plus, I mean, we were working. We
Right.
were crushing it, man. We were working. We were in demand, and we were making money. We were
Yeah.
making money at that point. So it was that moment where it was just
And then, I'm sure you did like club appearances and
yeah,
all
the
that stuff.
appearances,
Yeah.
the meet and greets, speaking engagements.
Right.
Yeah, we were crushing it.
Yeah.
But it was that moment where you're just like, I was feeling myself.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah,
like,
absolutely.
I've accomplished something that I set my mind to, and I finally accomplished it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm on TV.
Yeah.
And I'm one of the biggest stars on TV right now.
Right.
Like, no dispute. You
Yeah.
can talk about
No,
your Brad Pitts, Hugh Hefner's, Angelina
Yeah.
Jolie's, the Lakers, and all the sports and that.
Yeah.
I'm on that level
You were
right
that guy,
now.
yeah.
And just to be in the club and just to have that vibe, and I'm with my boys, and it was just like,
Yeah, it was,
you know what?
it was a celebratory moment.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
let's do this.
Let's get it.
Now, I would never do it again, and don't get me wrong, I kind of
Right.
regretted it afterwards.
Right.
But it was that moment where you do something just like, yo,
I'm
I
gonna
can
make
do
it
this.
happen.
Like,
I
this is
can do
something
this.
that I can do.
Yeah.
And, like, how crazy is this going to be?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean,
So that was the flex moment.
It's a great story. So my greatest flex, right? 28 years old, had a birthday party, right?
Right.
I used to call it the Brad and Bash.
The Brad and Bash.
This was Brad and Bash XX53.
Okay.
All right? School bus. Yellow school bus.
Whoa.
Yellow school bus.
I know where the
No
story's
kids were
going.
involved. Okay.
I
all right.
know where the
okay.
story's going.
Yellow school bus. All the adults on there. Go down to the city. There was this bar that I used to frequent all the time. It was Kildare's in Manayunk.
Kildare's.
They've since closed, but this was
Kildare's.
my spot.
That was the spot.
Like, I became friends with the owner. Like, I was able to walk in. Bro, I didn't know this was happening, right? I get out of the bus. The owner comes red carpet. I went through the kitchen, like a Jay-Z video. He has come through the kitchen. We came in there out of nowhere, like through like a hole. And the dance floor was already packed. Signs everywhere. I felt like a star, bro. I was feeling myself. I had the black button up with the red tie, black jeans on. I had these black and red J's on. Bro, you couldn't tell me nothing that day. I was in my bag. In my bag. You couldn't tell me nothing that day. That literally was like the most fun time of my 20s. Like, I go back to my 20s.
Right.
That birthday was like my favorite time where I was like, yeah, you doing that. You're doing that right now.
Yeah, nah. There've been some good birthday celebrations.
Yeah, man.
I used to do a party every year with a couple of the Eagles cheerleaders. Yeah, my girl Tara and Monica. Yeah. We used to celebrate our birthday because our birthdays all around each other.
You're all together.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we used to throw parties together.
Nice.
And they used to be.
It'd be wild.
Yeah,
the ASAP show up.
No, we had no ASAP show up.
No ASAP.
But we had other people show up. Them parties used to be. You used to get them in on those parties. Yeah.
I know we're running low on time. Do we have time for one hate it or love it? All right, let's get one in. If we have time for more, we'll do more.
Yeah, we got time.
All right.
I'm just going to take it off the radio, and then we're going to keep recording. Going to keep the live stream going.
Okay.
But
All right.
Let's
That's
go
what's
on
up.
with hate or love it. So first up, we got getting your flu shots. Hate it or love it.
I don't believe that. No, hate it. Absolutely hate it. First of all, for people that don't realize what influenza is, there's like 500 different types of influenza. Each year they take a guess of which one is gonna be the one they had this year. It's literally like fish in a barrel. They have no idea. And when you take the flu shot, it makes you sicker. It makes you sick. It gives you the flu. No, hate it. I'm an adult. No. Now, for children, yes. Adults, no. Absolutely not. Unless you're 70 and you might die. I'm done.
Totally clear. Totally clear.
I say yes. So it's so funny because that Dylan brought this up. I just wrote about this for Boston Man magazine that I write for. And this is one of the questions that somebody asked me. And yes, Marcus is right. What they do is they pick about 3 different strains that are going to be coming out next year that they're making the flu for. So there's a possibility that those 3 strains that they've picked may not even hit.
Right.
So you're getting a shot.
It's a flu lottery.
So yeah, and so that is true. It's hit or miss with it.
Yeah.
But you know what? It probably can't hurt because if one of those do hit, yeah, you ever had the flu? That's all I got to say.
No, I don't. I've had stomach viruses, but I don't think I've had the flu.
So if you never had the flu, it's if you had it, you'll understand. You're down for 10 days easy. Like it just wrecks your body. Yeah, you're done.
Like, for me, I gotta kind of preface by saying this also is that like I've worked with kids for years, so my immune system's like Tyson 88. Like nothing gets by me. Like I work with kids for like 20 plus years. I rarely ever get sick, so I don't have to worry about that like I guess the average person does. So that's why for me it's a no.
That's strange because most people that work with kids get sick.
In the beginning, like the first year I worked with kids, I was sick all the time. Okay. But you build up a tolerance to it. And you get to the point where you're fighting off everything. Like I get a stomach virus like once like every 5 years. And that's basically it. And then I get like what I call like baby colds, like little sniffles, something like that. But I'm functional. Yeah. I'm not down and out ever sick, ever. And that's just that's the one of the perks of working with children is that because they're children with disease carrying vermin. They're basically glorified rats. Snotty green noses, especially in the wintertime. It's gross. All right, continue.
Please, Dylan.
Love you, children. Love my babies.
Flu shot hit different. All right, next up. Everything bagels. Hate it or love it?
Oh, love it. It's everything. What else do we need to say about that? It's everything on a bagel. Who wouldn't want everything? The seeds, it tastes great. The cream cheese, you make a nice breakfast sandwich, which is awesome. Why are you looking like that? It's everything. You were probably the one person on the planet that don't like everything bagel.
No, I don't want no everything bagel.
Oh my gosh!
What the
hell? Here we go.
First of all, everything ain't on the bagel, so let's stop calling it an everything bagel.
Yes, it is. All the seasonings. Don't you see them all? They're all there. Every seasoning
there ain't no paprika in there.
Who wants paprika on a bagel?
I'm just saying. Don't call it everything.
No one wants paprika.
All the seasonings. There ain't probably no onion powder on there.
There's onion powder on there. There's onion powder on there.
There's no hot sauce on there.
Bro.
Like they're in the everyday. Nah.
You're out of pocket right now.
How about we just get a specific blueberry?
So what's your favorite bagel?
Blueberry. Let's keep it simple.
Your favorite bagel is blueberry? Blueberry
bagel.
You can't make a sandwich with a blueberry bagel.
Sure you can.
You do a breakfast sandwich with a blueberry bagel. That's disgusting.
You never heard of salty and sweet? It goes together, Marcus.
No, then you've never done that before. You're like, you've never had a blueberry bagel
cinnamon and raisin? Yes.
Cinnamon and raisin breakfast sandwich? It's disgusting.
No, it's not.
It's gross.
What are you talking about?
What is he talking about?
You don't like that?
No, it's horrible.
I think something's wrong with you, man.
Something's wrong with you.
Everything, no. No to the everything bagel. No.
Love it.
Wow.
Dylan, you evoked some serious passion in these hater love it here.
Yeah,
I think when you were jotting these down every week, you didn't think you were going to get this much passion out of us.
No,
it was
not
very
at all.
basic questions that we just erupted over. Flu shots, no. Everything bagels, absolutely not.
All right, well then for the last one, this one you might have seen before. Here, I'll bring it up on the screen so you guys can see it.
All right.
I think you guys have probably seen it when Trump was at the World Series game, and the crowd started booing him, started saying
There's a
"lock him
shocker.
up."
They had to lock him up.
They were chanting "lock him
Well,
up."
and baseball crowds generally are the nicest crowds. Like, you're going to lock it up in a baseball crowd? That's different.
And it was in D.C.
Yeah.
And he was not happy about it.
I mean, well,
love it.
I mean, I love it in the sense that, dude, be aware of your surroundings. Why are you there? Everything going on in the world right now, do you really think you need to be poking your big head out at a baseball game? like come on. Like, come on. Just be smart. What did you think was going to happen? Like, you are easily, it doesn't matter how people feel about him politically, you are one of the most hated presidents ever of all time. That's not disputed. It's not even a controversial opinion. People generally hate you. So you think 45,000 people at a baseball game, you think that's where you need to poke your head out at? What are you thinking about? Like, what are you doing? You shouldn't be there. Watch it on TV. I'm sure you have all the channels in the White House. Sit down, put your tube socks on, and watch the game there. Don't go to the box. Don't do it.
I think
Ivana should have told him better. Ivana should have said, baby, you might want to think about staying home tonight.
Yeah, I think I have a little self-awareness.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
absolutely.
Now, but here's the thing. There are a lot of people that love him. So, and we, who knows what the numbers are, blah, 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 but...
They all weren't there, though. None of them were there.
And that's what it seems like. You're not in
all stayed home.
You're not in your environment right now.
I mean, there were some people that there, and they were just like, I'm not getting involved in this. What are you doing here?
So there were more... in a sense, Trump haters there than Trump lovers there.
Absolutely.
So I think you definitely need to take the pulse,
be
a little bit aware of what you're getting into.
Absolutely.
Because that is, no matter what you say, an embarrassing moment.
Absolutely.
It's an absolutely embarrassing moment.
Have we ever had a president get booted at a sporting event before? I don't know if that's happened.
I don't think so.
And we've had some, George W. Bush was controversial.
Right.
I can't think of anyone else before that in that time that was controversial. So, and W never got booed anywhere.
Nah, I think it's just self-awareness.
Thrown at him.
He did get a shoe thrown at him. That was overseas. That wasn't here.
True, hey,
but that's the thing. It's about, I think, having that self-awareness, where you're going. You got to have your people check this crowd out, do something. You're going ahead of time.
Right.
So kind of take a pulse, maybe a little bit before of what's going on there, how the crowd responds to it, put something on the board about Trump, whatever, mention his name, see how people respond.
Right.
You got to just self-awareness about that. That's too
I agree. And that's you hit the key phrase, self-awareness. You shouldn't have been there. You should have stayed home. You should have sat that one out.
Embarrassing moment.
It's super embarrassing. For him, I'm not embarrassed. I saw it coming. Like, that doesn't surprise me at all. He got booed.
But on the flip side too, it's the president of the United States. No matter how you call it, you got to show him a little bit of respect. I think.
I agree.
He earns it for the position he has.
I agree.
He earns the respect of the position he has. So you got to show him some respect. The booing may have been, I know people. It's just you say what you feel and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But this dude, he's the man right now. Hate it or love it,
yeah.
He the man, and we put him there.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't vote for him, enough of you didn't to not have him there. So it is what it is.
And baseball, I would think is more of a right-wing sport. So isn't it kind of crazy that he got booed at a baseball game? Like, he probably thought that was a safe zone. The only thing safer maybe been hockey. Like, bro, you got booted at a baseball game, bro. That's crazy. You got to go home and do a self-evaluation after that. Yeah. I couldn't sleep after getting booted at the baseball
Somebody's
game.
getting fired.
Absolutely. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. We'll see you next week. Thanks again for Dylan for doing an awesome job. We're hater love it in production. Absolutely. For Jervis Peterson.
Yes.
I'm Marcus Bradham. This has been Totally Unclear, Ursula Media.
Make sure you follow us on YouTube. Make sure you check us out on Instagram and Twitter at Totally Unclear. Follow me at Say Jerv on all of it. Marcus is
at Marcus B. Tweeting. And also you can email us at totallyunclearmedia. I'm sorry, totallyunclearmedia@gmail.com. Until next week, see ya.